Hey guys, it's Bill from Linden, Tennessee. So, I've had the Jeep on the road for quite some time now, and it is actually driving really, really well. The noise is gone. No, that's not true. The noise is less. It's still there. And if it's decreased much, maybe it will continue to decrease, and one of these days I'll actually have a quiet electric vehicle. The back suspension is not strong enough. Those custom springs that I had made way back then they're not up to it. I don't know if they did it wrong or I ordered it wrong, but they're not good enough. So I've ordered some airbags off of one side or another, and they're $100. So I figured, what the hell, give it a shot. So they just kind of go inside the coil, and you pump them up to whatever, and they stiffen your springs up. That's what air springs do. Anyway, so that's that. Otherwise, it's been wonderful. The stereo's amazing. I do like my stereos, and it leaks like a sieve when it rains. The brakes are getting better. The suspension's not so hot. What else? Yeah, it's really working good. So, what I don't have is cup holders. I kind of had cup holders. My dad let me borrow his minivan 100 years ago, and in the middle of his minivan was that little dude right there. And that's what I've been using. The cup holder things aren't really big enough for my coffee cup in the morning when I drive to work. So I made me a center console. Most center consoles, if you go online, they make them out of MDF or something, plywood or whatever. But I don't have a whole lot of room in this thing, so I did it out of 16 gauge. And not only that, I'm much better working with metal than I am with wood. I don't like working with wood. It's not my thing. So anyway, yeah, so that's it. And then this has got a little thing that opens up here, and at some point I'll put a shelf or a drawer or something in there. I've got a hole down there at the bottom that someday, I'm going to have maybe some USB ports, maybe right here, or possibly on the sides. I don't know, but so there's going to be, so they'll just come up through here. This is actually a really nice place for my phone. That fits quite nice. As far as finishing this out, I think I'm going to put the same kind of carpet that's on the interior of the Jeep. I'm going to put it around all the flat sides here, and I'm just going to paint this part probably just black. Just paint it black, and that'll be that. It's kind of a shame to paint it black because all the, it kind of looks cool. I think it kind of looks cool now. This was all just made out of a whole mess of individual pieces. This top section was about here, wide rectangle, and then had the holes cut out for the cup holders here, and then kind of just cut the edges off because it looked nicer, and welded this piece back here and sort of set it where I thought it needed to go. And from there, it was just a matter of making a piece that's right here, and another piece that's right here, one that's right here, here, all the way around. And that's it. And, you just keep on doing that and weld it and grind it down, and there it is. At some point, probably sooner rather than later, I need to put like a little couple holes down here. That way, if something in my cup holder spills, it'll just come through here and drain out all over my carpet. This is the front mount here. I just put a little bracket, welded it to the Jeep. It's got some studs coming through. So you put these down on the studs, and then you lower it back. And then I've got some little tabs that stick up right here, and then there's just some little 1032 or whatever they are, tiny little bolts. It's not really holding anything. It just keeps it from rattling around and moving. But yeah. But the coolest part is come with me, if you don't mind. I know you don't mind. I have some extra room in there, so I put an inverter in here. So this is a Chinese, who knows what Soyond is, I don't know, 3,000 watt inverter, 12 volt. And so it just kind of fits right in there perfectly. And I've got about that much room above it that I can put my little tray. So that's kind of cool. I got this wired. These wires go. This black one just grounds right here on the mount that I made, and then this one goes down underneath and ties into the same place that my stereo gets its power from. and I've got like a 60 amp fuse. This inverter has a 60 amp fuse. Now it's a 3,000 watt inverter, and it probably peaks at more like 6,000 or something. It's got 3 outlets. Each of those outlets, I would imagine, are 1,000 watts. Yeah, so you can't pull 3,000 watts off of a single 110 volt outlet. You can pull 1,000 off of each of them. So yeah, so now it's just a matter of running some kind of extension cords or something from those outlets to various places in the Jeep. Maybe have one under the hood, have one sort of back there where the tailgate, you drop the tailgate down, maybe have one on the interior here somewhere. I don't know. But you know, I wanted to get this in here and mounted, and that'll be kind of cool. This wire, normally what you do is you come over here, there's a little switch on the bottom, you flip it on, and there you go. Now it's working. And but this here, I just soldered this wire into the same spot where the switch is inside the machine, and if I touch those two together, it does the same thing. So I can remote mount that switch somewhere. Maybe put it up here, or I don't know. I can put one of them here. I can tap off of that and put it wherever the plugs are. So at any point, possibly, I don't know, I can have control over that 110 volts. So that's pretty awesome. And the fan is pretty noisy, so it's unlikely I'll forget that I left it on. And just to test this out, let's get a angle grinder, and we'll see how it works. Now, I haven't actually tried this with an angle grinder. I tried it with a heat gun, which should be about the same, but this is a motor load, so it might act differently. I don't know, but we'll see what happens. How cool is that, huh? Yeah. Sweet. So anything that you could plug into a normal 110 volt outlet, you could totally plug into that. Welder, 110 volt welder, I don't know. Shoot, it's pretty cool. So refrigerator, microwave, anything you'd plug into a normal like 15 amp circuit on in a house. So that's pretty neat. Hell, you could run this to the house. You could just backfeed this in through a 110 volt plug in the house and have a certain amount of reserve power if the power goes out. And my solar panels went out and everything went out. But the only thing I had left was the Jeep, and I needed to keep Grandma's respirator on. I don't know. Anyway. So who knows? But that's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about that. So, and then yeah, and then let's see. Actually, I can't put this on single-handed, so I'm gonna park you right. I'm gonna park you right here. Maybe you'll get a view. Probably not, but we're gonna try it. You're gonna get something. I'm gonna put you right there. Maybe it's a view. Hold on. So this guy just kind of goes up here, mount the front, those two little studs I was showing you earlier. They get mounted up here. Kind of hard to find. It was a whole lot easier before the inverter was there. They go. They mount there, and then this slides down right there, and yeah. So that's how that goes. And that slides just like that. And then you take a little, I got little, quarter 20 nuts. Those go up in the front, and then these little 1032 screws, they just go back here and hold the back down. So that's pretty awesome. That'll look great when it's got the carpet on it. And yeah, so job well done. And then you put your Yeti cup in here. You put a big old fat cup right there, or you put this thing in there, and if you have a smaller cup, yeah, these little rubber thingies are kind of a sore spot. My wife had a RAV4 that she loved. I got it for her when we were in Alaska. She loved the death out of that thing. But it was starting to, little lights were starting to go out or whatever, and then I ended up trading it in for and actually it's a really nice Tacoma. It was a TRD with the SR5 package, and it was bad. It was awesome. 5-speed, and, it was really, really neat. My favorite year of them and everything. Black. It was in beautiful condition. But she couldn't for the life of her get the dang clutch part to work right, so we ended up getting rid of it. But anyway, yeah, so there it is. That's pretty awesome. I think I'm going to leave it unpainted and uncovered for a little while. I may go ahead and put the carpet on it. I may go ahead and paint it. But it's going to have to come on and off a couple more times when I figure out where I'm going to put all the plugs for it. But pretty excited about that. And this little back shelf angle right there, that's the same angle as when the seats are pulled all the way forward and they're angled forward. And this, whenever this is tilted up, so I can service these back batteries, whenever this is tilted up, this, I don't think, this shouldn't hit that. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so it all fits pretty neat. Just trying to put more pounds of stuff into a 5-pound sack. And, you know, that's what we do. So that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.